Making my way through. Fast, things is fast.
Let me some. I was making. Guys, hello and welcome everyone back to another video. Now today guys, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my driving test and how I thought it went, and just a little bit about me passing my test. And yes, I did pass it first time, which is awesome. I can't really get over it, but I thought today what we could do is just go for a quick drive, and then me and my girlfriend could have a bit of a sing-along. We'll go to the shop, grab a drink, and then I'll sit down and we'll pull over and I'll talk to you guys about the actual test on the day and how it went and how to deal with nerves, and just I'll give you a few top tips on how to pass the test first time. So yeah, I think we'll pull away now and then God, right. So let's go. So guys, this is probably really weird for you guys, but I think what we're gonna do is we'll literally just go to the shop and what?
Sausage dog. It's two sausage dogs.
God, so we haven't moved and you've already said
Sausage dog.
what I thought is we can go for a bit of a drive and then we can just talk about like my test and stuff like that, and just have a bit of a chill video. First, I'm gonna quickly pop to the shop and grab a drink. If you guys want to know what car I actually drive, there's a link in the description to my original car video, which is where I show you what car I've got. What's so funny?
I thought you were gonna give a link to buy your car. Use code BPlays for 10% off.
So guys, I've been to the shop. I actually had to go to another shop because the shop I went to first didn't have what I wanted. My test was booked for 11:31 on December the 14th of December. Yeah, so the morning I woke up and I was very nervous. I was pretty nervous, to be fair. But I've watched loads of like tutorials on YouTube on how to like pass first time, how to impress the examiner, do all different stuff really, like all different tips and tricks, how to deal with roundabouts. There's the police go past. Right, sir. So I woke up in the morning, I made sure I had a good breakfast and filled me up, had a cup of tea, or a coffee I think it was. My examiner picked me up around the corner because it was a surprise to my mum and dad that I was taking my test, because if I were to pass, it would be cool to say I've passed without them kind of knowing. And also, like, I didn't want them to know straight away, because if they were to know that my test was, say, next Tuesday, I would be nervous because I know that other people know. So what I did was I didn't tell anyone but Mia, some of her family, and like college friends and stuff like that. So not many people, to be fair. And I think it's just a lot more better because people aren't going to harass you. Like my mum would be like, oh, make sure you practice for your test and stuff like that. So by me not telling her, I don't get like bombarded from my mum, so that's pretty good. If I would though, I'd get bombarded. She'd be like, oh, good luck at your test, and it'd just put me off even more. So I decided to go well away from that and not tell her. But anyway, yeah, I got in my my test car, like with my instructor, and he said, how are you feeling today? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good, you know. So I actually did like an hour lesson before I did my test, because obviously you want to make sure you're all set up for the exam and stuff like that, and make sure you're not nervous, make sure you're comfortable, any last questions, and that kind of stuff. So I did that and I was really happy, and then we swapped seats. He pulled into the test centre. But yeah, we then parked up. I went into the test centre and it was very daunting because it's literally just like walls, and obviously, but it's like there's no one in there apart from examiners and learners, and they come out of this door and they say Mr. Brett Barnes, and obviously I go up and I have to sign something, and it's a bit intimidating, to be fair, but luckily my examiner was really happy. When I saw him, I was like, oh god, he looks a bit grumpy. And actually, it turns out he was really happy, and it was a real nice laugh, and we just had a bit of a giggle and stuff like that. But anyway, he then went up and did the registration test. When we walked outside the test centre, he did the registration test to make sure that my eyes are still good, and obviously I'm adequate to drive. So obviously I passed that, and then we started talking about like, we started talking about random things. It was like car colours and stuff like that, and it was a bit random because obviously it's an examiner. He's got to be like really like formal. He can't go off his like what he's meant to do, because it's his job to do that. He's got to be very just straight to the point, no laughs, no stuff like that. And yeah, my examiner was really laughing. He was really funny. So that really helped me sort of get rid of my nerves, because he was having a bit of a joke, I could joke with him, and it made me kind of forget about the whole exam, which I think really helped. And I was just so thankful, because the other guy who came up, because they come out of the door, as I said earlier, there's like 2 people, and one says one student, one says the other. Luckily, the one I had was a bit of a giggle, but the other one looked really grumpy, and I was like, thank God I haven't got him, because that would have been just like, nah. Oh yeah, so he did the registration test, and then he talked about the cars, and we had a bit of a giggle, and then he sat in the car and he said, so you okay for this? And I said, yeah, I'm all good. A bit nervous? And I said, no, I'm all right at the minute. I said, I'm all right. So he said, okay, can you move off when you're ready? I obviously did my normal pulling away procedures, and then I pulled away, and he said, at the end of the road, obviously the test centre road, can you turn left? And I was like, oh, because when you turn left out of the test centre in Bodmin, which is where I took my test, there's an instant, just like really steep hill, and I'm like, please, whatever you do not give me a hill start. And I didn't think he would, because we've just pulled out the test centre. He's not going to get me to do a hill start straight away. Guess what he did? He got me to do a hill start straight away, and I pulled up, and I was like, yeah, I got the biting point. I went and I rolled back a little bit, decided to put a little bit more accelerator down, because I kind of pooed myself because of nerves and stuff like that. And then got a bit of like bad smell in the car, and it wasn't that great. But anyway, he was like, that's fine, that's just a driving fault. So all I got for that was literally just 2 minors. One was, I think it was control of the vehicle or something like that. So I was actually pretty happy with that, because I thought, I was like, oh God, well done, Brett, you've already failed and you've just pulled out of the test centre. That was that was like the worst bit, which is the very start. But I was like, oh God, that doesn't really put a good impression to the examiner, does it? Like instantly messing up the hill start. But then after that, we pulled away and it was all good. And I was, as I said, I was just kind of laughing it out and just playing it cool. And then we pulled away, and I was a bit nervous, because obviously I've just messed up my first like manoeuvre. So I'm driving around, and we just end up talking the whole entire time, like non-stop talking. And I was like, this isn't what I've been told. Apparently, like, they're really grumpy and stuff like that. Honestly, I was like, oh, this is right. So I got really confident and settled down really nicely, and just enjoyed my test. There was one little bit where I actually was speeding. I was going through a 30 mile an hour, and I hit, I think it was 33 miles an hour was what I was doing. So I was 3 miles an hour over the speed limit, which isn't great. What I did was I saw him look at the speedo, and I was like, bum, I've just speeded. So what I did, I know, speeded, sped, how do you say it? So yeah, I was just speeding. And I was like, oh no, I've speeded, what do I do? And I thought, you know what they like to see in learners is when you do a mistake, they like to see that you've noticed that mistake. So I said, oh, I was speeding there, wasn't I? And he was like, yeah, good mate, well done for noticing, that is only a driving fault. And I feel like if I wouldn't have said anything to him, I would have got probably an actual major for that, and probably could have failed my test just because I was speeding and I didn't even know it. So I was really lucky enough to actually kind of say to him, yeah, I was speeding, wouldn't I? And it worked, so that was really lucky. But yeah, the rest of the test went fairly good. And what I find quite funny is when I pulled up to this test centre once I'd finished, I pulled up and he went, well done, you passed. And I didn't even quite pull up, I was still parking. And he was like, ah, you passed, mate, well done. Only 4 driving minors to driving faults, and they were literally just 4 minors, and one was speed, one was control, and I can't remember what the other ones were, but they were a bit like just stupid little ones. Honestly, I swear to God, watch loads of YouTube channels online about like how to pass your test first time, or how to pass your test without any nerves and stuff like that. Honestly, it really helps. Without those videos, I wouldn't have known much really. I mean, obviously my examiner was really good and all of that, but nerves and stuff like that, you can't make nerves better. But by looking at videos, they teach you on how you can kind of improve your nerves and learn not to worry about it. So that really helped. I did a mock test, right? And I failed on a roundabout, 2 roundabouts in fact. So what I decided to do was, I was like, okay, I booked another lesson and said to my instructor, I said to Andy, who my instructor was, I said, can we please go and do those roundabouts? And he was like, yeah, no worries mate, we'll go do those roundabouts. So what we did was we went and did those roundabouts, I think it was like a couple of days before my actual test. And honestly, so many people have failed on those roundabouts, and I'm so glad that I failed on my mock test just so I could learn those roundabouts. Because honestly, I went on the roundabouts and I nailed the roundabouts. I was so happy with myself. So yeah guys, I've been driving now for a couple of months, and honestly I love it so much. It means that I don't have to pay for a bus pass, and that was another thing I wanted to talk about, is because I passed first time, it saves me about £400 in lessons and more tests and bus passes and stuff like that. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy I passed. So the actual time I passed, I jumped into my into my instructor's car, and I was still sat in there with the examiner, and my instructor came in the back. We did a bit of a debrief, and he said, oh, well done Brett, well done, because obviously my instructor's been with me for about 8 months, I think it took me to pass my test. And on the way home, I actually rang my mum and dad, and I said, Mum, guess where I am? And she was like, where? Because obviously she thought I was at college. And I said, on the way home from bobbing. She was like, why are you on the way home from bobbing? I said, just come home from the, I'm on the way home from the test centre as a fully licensed driver. And she screamed, she literally couldn't believe it. She screamed and she was like, no way! And all that kind of stuff. And I told all the family pretty much knew by the time I got home. So that was so cool. So yeah, they were literally so happy with me, so that made me really happy. And funny story, my actual car wasn't even working on the day I passed, so I actually had to wait for a battery to arrive in the post, which luckily arrived a couple hours after I passed my test. So as soon as I got home, the battery was pretty much there. I put it in the car, and then literally got insurance, and I was out within 15 minutes of getting insurance. And I did 3.1 miles on my own before I picked up Mia from college. And it was really strange, and so far, fingers crossed, I haven't crashed, and it's been bang. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is everything now. I'm pretty sure I talked about everything. I've talked about the day in the morning. I've talked about like tips and tricks, and obviously videos you can look up on the internet and how to get clutch control and nerves and stuff like that. But honestly, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's absolutely fine. Just go on your test day, wake up with a positive mindset, and you'll be absolutely fine. I was literally like, the night before, I was like, if I pass, I'll be so happy and all that kind of stuff, and I did. So it is so possible. Put some work in, make sure you're not nervous, make sure you eat some food on the test day. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. If I haven't covered anything, I will do another video and do like a normal kind of a vlog style video. But Mia's been here the whole entire time because we're together, so we just drove out just to do this video. So she's she's like kind of come along for the video. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like rating and subscribe, and let me know if you passed your test and how you found it. Anyway guys, I'll catch you guys in another video.